Hi, everyone. Keith with Active Aging with Keith. People ask me how I still ski, ride my bike, and stay active at 78. The answer has very little to do with skiing or cycling. It all started on a rainy day in Army basic training in 1969. I had been drafted and was assigned to take my basic training in Fort Lewis, Washington. Can anybody say miserable? Oh, it was November and December in the cold, rainy Northwest. And we were marching in the mud, shooting in the mud, crawling in the, well, you guessed it, the mud. I'll never forget one day in particular. We had been on bivouac. That's Army speak for go set up a tent in the forest, in the rain, learn how to shave in your helmet, eat soggy rations, and find out how to keep your rifle clean in all that mud. Excuse me. At the end of the day, we had to march the whole company of 40 guys back to the base, which was about 10 miles away. All of us were wearing heavy rain gear, a full backpack, carrying an M1 rifle, a steel helmet, and galoshes. Wow. Darkness was settling in and we were all exhausted and hungry. Our drill instructor, a sergeant, was a tall black guy in great physical condition who was always barking out orders to keep us in line. He wore that infamous campaign hat with the broad, round, flat brim and high crown, but was otherwise unencumbered with the extra clothing and the gear that the rest of us were wearing. He had us singing those stupid marching songs. I knew a girl who lived on a hill. Well, I guess I don't have to tell you what the rest of the words were. Anyway, our DI claimed that another company had said they were tougher and in better shape than we were, and that they could beat us the last mile to the base, and he wasn't going to stand for that. Then he yelled two words that I never wanted to hear and I'll never forget. Double time! We had already marched 9 miles in the rain. Well, the company was running along, and all of a sudden, all you could hear was heavy breathing, the gear slapping against our bodies, the rain pouring down, and 80 boots on the muddy road. My helmet was dancing around on my head like a ping pong ball, and I was sweating profusely. Then guys started dropping from exhaustion, just falling to the ground panting, and some were throwing up. Me? I got angry. I started cussing the drill instructor. I called him every name in the book, dirty name that is, without knowing he was running right behind me and heard everything I was saying. Man. After a few minutes of this, I heard his voice. Renenson, you got a problem with me? Yes, drill instructor, this is unnecessary. We are all tired and hungry. It's inhumane. I hollered. And you know what I think, Renenson? No, drill sergeant, what do you think? I think you're still going to do it, aren't you, Renenson? Wow. He was right. I did. I didn't reply. I just gritted my teeth and kept running. We did beat the other company, though. Some satisfaction. Looking back now, I understand what he was doing. At the time, I thought he was being cruel. Today, I realize he was preparing us for something much harder. This was my first full taste of tenacity and resilience, and unbelievably, I liked it. I loved the challenge, and I found out I had a propensity for challenges because I didn't like to lose or fail. At 21, my curiosity about life had only begun, and I didn't understand. Years later, I would write a book called Tenacity. I think looking back on that rainy march through the mud may have been where the first chapter in my book really began. I made it to the war in Vietnam 11 months later, and I really never forgot my drill instructor. The survival lessons he instilled in me in basic training have followed me through every chapter of my life. From business and racing to skiing and cycling, recovering from serious health challenges, I learned that I could dig deep, find my drive and courage, and push through the tough times, no matter what I was facing. You too have these same qualities that you can use in difficult and challenging times. But you have to practice using them in small ways, then in bigger ones. Plant the seed and watch it grow in you. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. This is Active Aging with Keith. See you in the next video, where I will recount the challenges that surfaced when I had 3 heart attacks. What to look out for, and definitely what not to do. Remember, everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. Easy for me to say. Everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. Take care. Bye-bye.